Hello, good evening. Welcome to Istanbul, Turkey. It's the 2016 EuroLeague Women Final Four. And we're getting ready to watch the second semifinal here. Fenerbahce, the hosts of this magnificent event, taking on Nadezhda. And they will be squaring off for the right to take on UMMC Ekaterinburg, who earlier tonight knocked off the defending champions of this competition, Prague. So the winner faces Ekaterinburg, and the team that loses will end up going up against Prague. Well, how do we get to this far if you're a Fenerbahce fan? In the playoffs, you took on Wisla Kampak Cracovia, and you won both of those games to advance to the Final Four. They won against Wisla 79-70 here in Istanbul, and then they won in Poland 79-63. Nadezhda will present another significant challenge for them. As for Nadezhda, obviously the big underdogs in this competition tonight. Never made it to the Final Four, but here they are. They have won the Euro Cup women in the past. Interestingly, their coach, their former coach, was George Nikolakis. He is now the coach of Fenerbahce, and he is going up against Roberto Enriquez, the former Fenerbahce coach. So it promises to be an interesting encounter here tonight. Well, the fans are still coming into the arena here. You see the Montenegro International Robinson. You see Sadik, the Russian. And we're just several minutes away from the start here. EuroLeague Women Final Four has had some interesting champions, or some famous tales over the years. When you look back and see how this has unfolded, you've seen Fenerbahce get to the final on two previous occasions. They made it to the final in 2013, and they lost to Ekaterinburg quite decisively. And then in 2014, it looked like it might be their year. They got to the final again, but they lost to Galatasaray 69-58. So here they are, another chance to get that title that they so desperately want as a club. And this time they've got the home fans behind them. Referees warming up for tonight's game. So there's the crowd providing a lot of the here in Istanbul, the city where East meets West. You know, the basketball is big time in this country. They've produced a lot of wonderful players in the women's game over the years. And Turkey as a country made their debut, the women's team rather, at the last Olympics in 2012. Well, I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Betty Thebrin. What do you think about this game tonight? This is about as exciting as it gets in women's basketball.
Well, I think Fenerbahce, they have to use this chance. They have at home with a lot of fans. They will support them. They will bring them to the next level if they are some moments during the game that they are struggling. So I think this is their chance
And I think it's a dangerous, they can't look past Nadezhda, and I don't think they will. But they also know that there's going to be a very, very difficult opponent waiting for them in Ekaterinburg if they can win against Nadezhda.
Yes, of course. Everybody knows Ekaterinburg is the top team and it's the favorite. Basically, it's the favorite in Europe for winning this title. So, but first, I think we need to enjoy this game and then we can think about the next step. But because this game today against Nadezhda Orenburg is not going to be easy, and there is also a lot of pressure for Fenerbahce. So let's wait and enjoy this game.
And what about Nadezhda? They've made it to the Final Four. This is a big moment for them in their club history. You know, they've won the Euro Cup Women several years ago, but to make it this far in the EuroLeague Women speaks volumes about what type of season they've had.
Yeah, you are right. This is the first time that they play Final Four. They were involved in the Final 8 long years ago. But for them, I think it's their presentation on the high level, you know, because they deserved. They really played a fantastic regular season. They are here not only the underdogs. I think they can show also their possibilities.
Well, this is why you play basketball. You play basketball to play in the big games. And you referee basketball so you can ref in the big games. Dragan Neskovic, Andres Ankrogers, and Milan Nedovic are the referees from Serbia, Latvia, and Slovenia. And they'll feel a little bit of pressure tonight. It's always kind of a lively atmosphere. Here's Nadezhda roster. Angelica Robinson obviously is a real force down low. Look out for her. Ana Cruz, Spanish compatriot of you. Obviously, she's taken her game to new heights. She's been sensational. She'll get out and run the floor. Duana Bonner has been terrific in the EuroLeague Women for several years. And, you know, they have a lot of weapons. They're going to start, not surprisingly, with Robinson, Ana Cruz, Kayla McBride, terrific player, small forward. And you saw Duana Bonner.
Yeah, we are talking here about high-level basketball, good.
Now, another player that's really starting to take off is Olcay Shakur, number 4, the Turkish international. Natsiskaite, number 6, the Lithuanian international. And Janitez, number 12, Virgil Vidarli is a player that obviously is kind of a hero in this country, and she starts there, the Turkish international. Juanita Hollingsworth, another Turkish international, Jentel Lavender, Marissa Coleman, and Ali Quigley, who really has made the most of her opportunities in European basketball. She's been terrific. George Tekalakis, I think he's a fantastic coach. I've always been a fan of his. He's coached Greece before. And this is not Roberto Enriquez. This is his assistant. Yeah. Roberto Enriquez is sitting over on the bench. There he is right there with the clipboard.
Yeah, the Spanish coach also moving from Fenerbahce to Nadezhda, the coach changing benches, but now it's a basketball game and all of them, they want to win. No?
And you saw the fans there, the 6th man in Turkey. Did you ever have a chance to play professionally in Turkey?
No.
You never did? No. Never with Spain's national team?
No, but I was playing in Brazil and WNBA, so that, you know, but I think this is a special one. This is really fans, and they are fanatical. They really push the team when they are struggling. They are really there, always.
How would you like to be in the middle of those fans right now?
Yeah, and enjoying the game, absolutely, yeah.
Look at that. So it all comes down to this for these two clubs. You know, at least in the playoffs, you can afford to lose a game and still have another game. But when you get to the Final Four, it's elimination. You have to win to survive.
It's now or never.
What about the pressure for Fenerbahce? They're playing at home. Expectations are high. Do you get a sense that this is a Fenerbahce team that can cope with the pressure of playing at home?
Well, I think they are used to play because they have many derbies like Galatasaray with this atmosphere, no? But this is a special one because you are in the Final Four, you are fighting for a title that you never won. And also you invest a lot of money on the organization of the Final Four because it's not only what is happening inside the court, it's everything what is happening outside of the court. And there are many activities running here that the club invests a lot of money. So I think it's it's also important to support all these things that the club are doing.
It's fantastic. Look at that. If you're a player in the women's game and you can sign a contract to play for Fenerbahce, and you see this, you see the crowd here, you do it, don't you? They're going to bring it every night.
Yeah, this is amazing. Amazing atmosphere here. Unbelievable. Well, I was watching game last night also here, the men's game, and it was also this atmosphere. So it's really nice to have this chance to play in front of so many fans.
Well, the opening tip is off. You're watching live the second semifinal here at the EuroLeague Women. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Joanna Bonner is going to come right out and bury a three-pointer. And how about that?
That's a way to start the game, no? For your confidence.
That's experience, isn't it?
She likes to shoot even longer range, so she's a shooter and she likes, if you give her the chance, she will use it.
Well, bad offensive rebound to give away, and Marissa Coleman buries the three-pointer.
She's the scorer of the team, so they have to take care of her.
Now Kayla McBride. Anna Cruz drives in, puts it up off the glass.
Yeah, Anna Cruz, she's developing her game a lot. She played WNBA, she won the title, and I think she improved a lot in her game.
You know, it's interesting as you see that ball go out of bounds. I seem to remember a couple of years ago, Cruz didn't even make Spain's national team.
Yeah,
she was left off.
In the EuroBasket 2013, I remember she was one of the cutted players. Now you cannot imagine the Spanish national team without her.
She's got the ball. Hollingsworth comes up. Now over to Bonner. She gets it inside to Onoitina, and her shot a little bit crazy. Now back to Quigley. She can put up the three, but she passes inside. And the miss by Lavender, Jantel Lavender.
And you see the rhythm of the game is completely different than the other one. Maybe probably because of the fans that it brings you to the next level, no?
Quigley on the baseline. She's a sharp shooter, but she missed that one. Anna Cruz, and has the pass stolen by Bersel Vidale. Marissa Coleman, little pump fake sidestep, misses. Quigley sneaks in, passes it over to, again, the Turkish international, Vidale, and it goes off the top of the backboard. And Vidale will keep possession. Now, Lavender, and Jantel Lavender right at the line.
Yeah, I think the two post players from Fenerbahce, they are really balanced because both of them, Hollingsworth is more intimidator defender, but she's also playing really well the last games, and she's now in really good shape. But also Lavender is just doing a good job. So
wow, what a play from Anna Cruz. Just takes it in and scores with a reverse layup. In the big games, the big players have to step up, and so far Bonner and Cruz are making the plays. Vidale. Now Quigley gets inside, and she was fouled.
Yeah, I think Bardali, she will have problems to stop Anna on the one-on-one because she likes to play this one-on-one, and she's really a quick player, and Bardali, she needs to stop her, and it's not an easy work.
Quigley shakes and bakes. 5 on the shot clock. Over to Coleman, left open. And Jantel Lavender snuck in there. Nobody got a body on her, but Fenerbahce will maintain possession. Coleman again. Now Lavender. Lavender puts it up off the glass and
Nice
in.
move. Very nice move.
Very deliberate. Fenerbahce feeding that low post early on. Now Bonner drifts in, puts it up. Quigley, the other way. Over to Lavender, off the front of the rim, now into the hands of McBride. Now Bonner drives in, puts it up.
Nice move. You normally see this kind of play with the screens on the top with point guards, but now you have the one Bonner, and she can also play this game.
Yeah, she could probably play 4 positions on the floor, can't she?
Yeah.
Quickly left open on the left. Go!
She's the best scorer in Fenerbahce. They have to, if she starts scoring like this, and then also pushed by the fans.
Inside now, Anoitina off target. Vidarli across midcourt. Now Vidarli, 7 on the shot clock, Quigley. And a foul in the paint.
Angelica Robinson. No.
I'm not.
Bonner.
No, it was on Bonner.
Yeah.
Looked like she got the worst of that. Now Coleman drives in, has the shot blocked.
Angelica Robinson, she's a very interesting player because she is also obviously playing now national team Montenegro, and so she's used to this. She's used to the FIBA rules, and she adjusts herself very well to the FIBA game.
Well, this time they feed it again to Lavender, and she puts it up off the glass. Robinson. Oh, soft touch from Robinson, gets it to fall.
Nice touch.
Quigley drives in, passes back outside. Vidarli from the right. Now Bonner, Anoitina, and Bonner with the rebound. And Bonner goes up and is denied. Good hustle from Lavender, but she couldn't control it. Well, they're letting him play. Joanna Bonner felt like she was fouled, but...
Yeah, I think so. But okay, the referees, they let them play, but it's also good.
Here's Bonner again, gets inside, puts it up and in! I think she wanted the M1, but she didn't get it.
Yeah.
Good call by the referee. I'll tell you, Bonner simply has to have a big game tonight.
Yeah.
And so far she is. She's got 7 points. Lavender left open. Boy, she takes that shot with confidence, doesn't she?
Yeah. They play the zone. Fenerbahce.
And now the steal from Hollingsworth. Vidarli up to Lavender. And she puts it up and in. And Roberto Enriquez has seen enough. He is going to call timeout.
I think this is a good option for Fenerbahce, this 2-3 zone. Because, okay, you have to take care of the one Bonner and Anna Cruz. She can score, but she's not the best three-point scorer. So I think this is a good option. And also they mix it, you know, they put it as a surprise weapon. What they make them think, and then you put them out of the regular plays, and that's also, I think it was an interesting move from coach, Fenerbahce coach. Yeah.
Well, 10 points for Chantel Lavender, and Chantel Lavender is, you know, she's got the size to go inside, but she's also stepping outside and showing nice range on her jump shot.
She has a good mid-range shot, yeah.
George Nikolakis back in charge of Fenerbahce for the second time in his career. And he had high hopes of getting the title the previous time, but lost his key player. I remember Penny Taylor to a torn ACL.
No.
Actually at the final 8 in Istanbul.
Yeah, I remember.
So he's got some unfinished business when it comes to coaching Fenerbahce. Roberto Enriquez, meanwhile, won it that same year, didn't he? He was at the helm of RUS Casares.
Yeah, they won RUS Casares, yeah. They changed point guard Nadezhda.
Yep, Beglova.
Probably because of the zone, but now they change again and they're man-to-man again.
So Elena Blagova in the game and guarding Vidarli. Quigley up top, 5 on the shot clock. Coleman left open, and Kayla McBride gets in there for the rebound. Now Beglova. Robinson could not control the ball. Defense. It goes out of bounds.
Very good defense from Hollingsworth. Oh.
Kirilova's going to check into the game now. Olcay Shakur is in the game, and offensive foul called against Fenerbahce.
Hollingsworth.
So Quinitra Hollingsworth called for the foul. And inside, and it goes, and Robinson drills it. Well, you know the Kirilova can knock down the 3 as well for, you know, former Eurobasket women MVP. For Nadezhda.
Oh, good.
And the ball.
Nice defense.
Here comes Bonner in the open floor. And Coleman goes over to help out Bonner. Flirting with an unsportsmanlike here. Was she making the play on the ball?
Well,
I mean, that's...
She didn't want to play to touch the game, the ball. I mean, Averamellenka is in.
Of course, as you look at the replay there, Kirilova used to go by Elena Danilakina.
Yeah.
And has since gotten married.
Changed name.
Bonner drives in, and another opportunity. And right now, Fenerbahce have no answers for Duana Bonner.
Well, because she's so versatile and she has the ability of playing many positions. If you put her a small guard to defend her, she will post you. If you put a big girl like now, Vera Mejenka, trying to stop her, she will play one-on-one from outside. So it's really not easy to stop her. And also she is very, very motivated today.
Well, Nadezhda has come into the game. As you see there at the line, Bonner makes it. So the Lithuanian, she's got the ball now. And Shakur. Nadezhda with 8 on the shot clock. 4 on the shot clock. Quigley is going to put up the jumper. And Bonner grabs the rebound. Biglova hands it off to Kirilova. Now Kayla McBride. Kayla McBride drives in, puts it up, and it stays out. Quigley now, the long jumper, and McBride with the rebound at the buzzer. So Fenerbahce, they trail 18-16 against a Duana Bonner-led Nadezhda, with Bonner with 10 points. Lavender has 10 for Fener.
I think it was a very, very nice first quarter, very competitive. Also, I have to say that I like the referees very much because they allowed a little bit of contact because the game is getting harder and they play strong, but they are letting them play. So for the moment, everything runs
do you think
like
that
expected.
how will Nadezhda cope if Bonner leaves the floor and goes to the bench? Because right now everything is running through her.
Well, honestly, I don't think she will. If she has no foul problems or any other thing, I think
she'll stay in the game the whole time.
Because it's today or you have to win this game, and then for the final you have 1 day rest, 1 more day.
Well, it's interesting, Betty, because she averaged 36.3 minutes per game on the season, and she averaged 16.7 points per game. And you know, she is a player almost averaging a double-double, 9.5 rebounds.
It's almost 17 points. And they are, you know, they come from WNBA also. They are used to play a lot of minutes, a lot of games in a row. So I don't. If she has no trouble, she will stay in the game.
Well, you can see the stats and the rebounding. Fenerbahce with a 12-8 lead. They've got 6 assists. Yet it's Nadezhda that has the lead.
You can see Fenerbahce players.
Yep, they were here last night playing against Real Madrid. A little bit easier for them to watch tonight. Shakur. Lavender on the baseline. And guess who? Duana Bonner gets the rebound. And Bonner goes all the way. She missed the shot she probably should have made. And now Marissa Coleman.
She stopped and
watch this again. I didn't think she did too much wrong there, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh.
So Vermayenka quiet so far, really on both ends of the floor for Fenerbahce. Now Coleman. And her pass is going to be intercepted. Nope. But 1 on the shot clock.
Good defense. I like also the point guard from Nadezhda, the Russian.
Beglova
Yeah, she's doing a good job because she
brings a lot of energy.
Yeah, and also she's defending Bardali full court, and then I think she changed a little bit the rhythm of the game, and that helped Nadezhda to come back.
Kirilova being bodied up top by Nadezhda. Now Bonner, and continues to pour in the points.
And Coach Nikolakos, he's looking at the bench, trying to find a solution for the Bonner. Because I think he put already 5 different players on her. But she really can't read the game, and then she chooses the best option.
Well, a good defense, but they failed to box out Lavender. And she sneaks in for the offensive rebound and putback. And she continues, 12 points already. And a foul called down low on Lavender. You know, Lavender averaged 14 points per game.
And 8 rebounds.
But no, the foul is on Ojai Shakur. So Robinson comes out. Shakur comes out. So Cruz is back in. And she's got the ball in her hands. Bonner left open. And she hits another one. A 3-pointer. She has come out to play tonight. A timeout forced by the excellent Bonner, 23-18. What does Nikolakis say to his players? Somebody find Duana Bonner.
Yeah, I think he's trying. This is the only thing he needs to think about, how to stop Duana Bonner. And as I said, he's trying many different things. So, but it's not easy, not easy. She's a very versatile player. She has the ability of do so many things. What can you do? Because, okay, if she's a post player, you can double this player inside. But if she's playing one-on-one and they isolated her, what can you do? You send somebody there, the other can shoot alone. So it's not an easy task for Coach Nikolakos. Let's see. Maybe try a matchup zone or something like that. Put her somebody face to face, and then the rest of the 4 players helping. I don't know. Let's wait and see.
You know, Roberto Enriquez must be enjoying this as well, because he coached this team for a couple of years, Fenerbahce. He went back to Spain, to Girona, and now he's going back to Russia. Gosh, what a life it is to be a professional basketball coach.
Well, he came from men basketball, and then I think he tried once to coach women in Spain, and then he found his spot, and he deserved, and she showed his leadership.
So Allie Quigley back in the game. And she has the ball knocked away. Kirilova over to Cruz. And Anoikina puts it up and in.
Nice assist by Ana Cruz. And good finish. Oh.
Well, full marks to the Fenerbahce crowd. They're still cheering, but their team is falling further and further behind. Now the feed goes off the hands of Hollingsworth. And Beglova was right there in defensive position.
Very good job done by the point guard, the Russian point guard.
Kayla McBride now.
Now they are using the zone.
Cruz pulls it up, and well,
that's her shot. That's her shot. She likes to put the ball on the floor and then looking for these jump shots or penetration. So that's her job.
So Ana Cruz takes it up to a 9-point lead.
Nice.
Vidarli drives in, misses. Goes back to Nadezhda.
She finished with the right hand here.
Well, Vidarli has yet to score. She's missed all 4 of her shots from the floor. Now Bonner. Into the corner to Kayla McBride. Pump fake, steps back behind the arc, and misses. Fenerbahce dodged the bullet there. Quickly.
Too much rebound. No.
Hollingsworth, and 3 seconds, or no, it was a foul. Foul has been called. Oh, yeah, he hooked her, and they're going to call that.
That's clear.
You're not allowed to do this. McBride left open, and she buries another 3.
They were discussing the last game. Now she used the opportunity. They were still talking about what happened, and then.
Well, they're trying to ruin this Final Four for Fenerbahce is what they're trying to do, and they're doing a good job. 30-18, 5:41 to go, and offensively, Fenerbahce have ground to a halt.
Well, now this is the moment where you feel the pressure or you use the fans for moving forward. So this is exactly this is the moment. No? So let's see if these players can use this atmosphere and try to get this energy from the gym and then put everything a little bit more in order and then try to play as they did in the first quarter. Because now they're starting to feel the pressure. You know, the players, they dribble too much, they don't pass the ball, they don't move, they wait for the others to do the things. So critical moment for them.
And really, a lot of it was the matchup problem that Bonner caused. She's had the brilliant start to the game. She's given Nadezhda a platform to go ahead and win this game. Bonner.
Yeah, but Bonner is scoring and she's playing really well. But before she scores, they move the ball and then she's playing the one-on-one in a good isolated position. That's what she wants. The difference is that Fenerbahce, they are just now putting the ball on the floor and trying to find solutions by them individually. Now they
Quickly.
move the ball.
Lavender.
Well, Vidarli was completely
And now the boos. Bonner. She thought about it. Vidarli chasing Ana Cruz. Cruz on the run, short. Vidarli hands it off to Coleman. And they find Hollingsworth. Somehow she's able to catch it and put it up and in. The crowd trying to get behind Fenerbahce. McBride, Bonner, and that was long. Now Vidarli with the rebound.
It was a good defense.
Yeah, two good defensive stands in a row. Hollingsworth spins. Vidarli gets it back. She finds Lavender.
If you don't feel the pressure with that.
Cruz drives in. Has it taken away by Lavender.
So now Ana Cruz is doing the same that Quigley was doing now. Just dribbling and dribbling and dribbling.
Quigley scores, 6-0 run, and suddenly things look a little bit better for Fenerbahce.
Yeah, you see, now they changed the dynamic, changed completely. Now Fenerbahce try to move, try to put the ball in the right positions, and they are once again in the game. And Nadezhda did the opposite. I always like the teams from Roberto Inigo because he's coming from the men's basketball, and their teams, they always play really well with the spaces. You know, they respect the spaces from the other players. They play really well organized, and they try always to isolate the best player to play the one-on-one in the best position. And this is a characteristic that all the teams from Roberto has, no? And probably because in the men's world, they need to play with the space really good because otherwise they have no chance to play basketball. That's why. And he's putting really a lot of attention on this specific part of the game. And you see, if you follow the move of the Orenburg players, they really respect this space game.
And obviously, if they can win this game, Nadezhda, they would really need to spread the floor against Ekaterinburg and try to neutralize that advantage that Ekaterinburg would have with Griner. But
yeah,
they've got a long way to go to win this game.
No, but I think we have still here a lot of things to do.
Interestingly, Bonner has now come out of the game to take a breather. And Robinson back in the game, misses. Anoikina as well is in the game. And Baglova has come back in. Lavender at the line. Now Baglova. McBride puts it up. Long rebound, chased down by Quigley. Quigley floats in, hits it. 8-0 run. 8 unanswered points scored by Fenerbahce. And it's happened very quickly. Anoikina drives in, tough shot. Lavender with the rebound. Quigley gets inside, puts it up. 2 shots.
That was, I think Fenerbahce now is defending really a high-level defense, so that's why. And this gives them also these opportunities to run and to play fast break and transition position. What they feel, especially Quigley, she feels really well playing that game.
Well, they're now clinging to a 2-point lead. Fenerbahce threatening to take the lead here late in the first half. Ana Cruz. Gets it inside, puts up the runner, it's good.
Yeah, but this is too much dribble, you know, it was more because of her individual talent, but
it's a difficult shot.
Yeah.
Coleman over to Quigley. And now turnover into the hands of Baglova. She's going to take it all the way, misses. Kayla McBride follows, puts it up and in. And you can see Anika saying "vamos" from the sidelines. Maybe he's teaching his players Spanish. And back to a 6-point lead. Offensive foul, Lavender.
Hollingsworth.
Oh, Hollingsworth in the low post.
Third foul.
Nose, yeah, for the block on Beglova. 3 fouls on Hollingsworth.
But Amayenka is coming back. It's a very important foul because she's the one who gives the stability and balance defense also.
Well, we'll see how they react. And in goes Kirilova. And just like that, the lead has gone back to 8 points. Quigley, bounce pass over to Lavender.
So last possession.
Kirilova. Now Cruz, and they had a foul to give, so they committed.
They need to use the team fouls.
How crucial was it for Nadezhda to have a little run here at the end of the first half, because their lead almost disappeared. And here they are, they're on a 6-0 run, and they've got a chance to get another basket. They're going to be feeling very good about their chances going to halftime if they can get another basket here. Cruz goes in, and that is how it finishes. So 36-28. Nadezhda on top of Fenerbahce. Still 20 minutes to go. Intriguing game here in Istanbul. Well, 36-28. Nadezhda on top of Fenerbahce. And really, it's been fascinating encounter when you consider how Duana Bonner started this game. And she has got 15 points to lead the way for Nadezhda. And she's done it with her penetration. She's hit a couple of three-pointers. But yet, Fenerbahce came back. And the stats, Fenerbahce 10 of 22 inside the arc. They've only hit 2 3-pointers. They've only had a couple of free throws. They got it back to 30-28, and it looked like they were going to either pull level or take the lead. And then, lo and behold, Nadezhda go back ahead by 8 points. And Nadezhda being out-rebounded 21-14. They're being out-assisted 8-5. And they're doing just enough, making just enough plays to keep their noses in front. Anna Cruz has 8 points. Fenerbahce has the 9 turnovers, and that's really hurt them in this game. They've been very deliberate about trying to feed it inside to their bigs, and they've also perhaps rushed a couple of fast breaks. But it's 36-28, Nadezhda on top at the break. Well, as you look at some of the halftime highlights here between Nadezhda and Fenerbahce, Nadezhda trying to spoil the party here in Istanbul, and that's exactly what they would do if they were to upset Fenerbahce in front of their own fans.
Bir, iki, üç, dört, beş. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ocak, Şubat, Mart, Nisan, Mayıs, Haziran, Temmuz, Ağustos, Eylül, Ekim, Kasım, Aralık. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ocak, Şubat, Mart, Nisan, Mayıs, Haziran, Temmuz, Ağustos, Eylül, Ekim, Kasım, Aralık. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ocak, Şubat, Mart, Nisan, Mayıs, Haziran, Temmuz, Ağustos, Eylül, Ekim, Kasım, Aralık. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ocak, Şubat, Mart, Nisan, Mayıs, Haziran, Temmuz, Ağustos, Eylül, Ekim, Kasım, Aralık. 1, 2, 3.
36-28, Nadezhda on top of Fenerbahce here at halftime. Nadezhda trying to spoil the party and get to the final to take on UMMC Ekaterinburg, who were winners earlier tonight over the defending champions, Prague. And it's been an intriguing game without question here tonight. Fenerbahce looked like they got to grips. They trailed by 12 points, but they reeled off 10 unanswered to pull to within 30-28, at which point Nadezhda then reeled off 6 unanswered points to finish the half, although they did have a shot, or they failed to convert on their last opportunity. So 36-28, Nadezhda on top of Fenerbahce here at halftime. Well, things have gone according to plan for that man, Roberto Henriquez, the former coach of Fenerbahce. What an interesting life he's had. Coached in men's basketball for his whole life, really, in Valencia. And then got a chance to coach RUS Casares when they had a team and led them to the title at the first go, replaced Nadezhda in midseason. It was kind of I remember, a controversial decision, but Henriquez got the job done. He steered RUS Casares to the title, and then he ended up coaching this Fenerbahce team a couple of years, went back to Girona, Spain, and is now in charge of Nadezhda, coaching his opponent's old team, George Dikilakis. And what is it, Betty Thebrian, the former Spain international who's alongside me here tonight. Betty, what is the danger for Nadezhda at this point at halftime, leading by 8 points?
Well, for sure they are expecting Fenerbahce to come back, and they are expecting them to fight until the end. So I think they depend on themselves. If they are mentally prepared for this knock that Fenerbahce will give them, then they will be ready to fight the second part.
So George Dikilakis, certainly things are not going according to plan for him. And he's got to try to turn things around here. They're trailing by 8 points at halftime.
So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see how mentally prepared are they for this fight.
Roberto Henriquez, he's already got Bonner, who's already pretty much averaged. She averaged 16 points during the season. She's already got 15. Can she go for a big game tonight?
Let's wait, because also I think Coach Dikilakis, he's tactically very good coach. He has always something prepared, you know. So he has a plan B and a plan C. So I expect a lot also from the Greek coach. So let's wait and see how they can balance now this bad momentum that they had in the game.
Well, in case you're wondering, Joanna Bonner's season high came in the very first game. She had 23 points against UMMC Ekaterinburg. Her team won 84-74. 6 other occasions she scored more than 20 points. So certainly I would guess we've not seen the end of her tonight. She's going to continue to produce, but it all depends also on Fenerbahce's defense. Kayla McBride drives in. Looked like she maybe forced one up.
Yeah, it was too forced.
Now Lavender. Oh, and Lavender, little jump hook.
Very nice move.
Now Cruz has the ball taken away by Vermainka, but a foul called on Vermainka. Vermainka's been very quiet so far, hasn't she?
Well, she had 1 year to stop 1 year because she was pregnant. So she's back now on the professional level, and I think she's getting in top form now.
Kirilova. And Robinson puts it up and in, really right nice. At the buzzer.
Angelica Robinson, she's one of for me, the best players in the low post. She has really good moves when she plays back to the basket.
Well, it takes it back to an 8-point advantage. Now quickly, spins, gets in the lane, puts it up, short, but Vermainka is there, puts it up, misses. The ball knocked out of bounds by Bonner.
That was a nice defense. I think they have studied Quigley very good because they know that she likes to fight the shot before shooting, and now McBride, she's doing a good job on her.
Into Vermainka, and she was fouled by Robinson. But wait, no, the other referee signals traveling, so I think there was a little bit of confusion there what they were going to call. Anyway, Nadezhda have possession with an 8-point lead. Entry pass and the shot blocked.
Nice block.
Vermainka. She's got those long arms.
Yeah.
Now Vidarli puts it up off the back of the rim. And Vidarli continues to struggle from the floor. Now Bonner, and she traveled.
Yeah.
She saw Vermainka, I think it was Vermainka that came out on her, and she was getting ready to go to the basket. Yes, it was indeed.
And it was a clear trouble, yeah.
And it goes to Lavender, and she missed the layup with the left hand. Now Bonner. And fouled.
Yeah.
Vermainka slow getting into position. I'll tell you what, Bonner has absolutely carried her team tonight. She has taken the responsibility of leading the team. She got a little tired at the end of the first half, but it looks like she's got a second win right now. Kirilova misses quickly. And fouled by Anna Cruz.
That was a good tactical foul, very good.
Oh, Vidarli bounce pass. Oh, that's a tough pass to catch for Lavender. Vidarli trying to get it to her teammate. Now Robinson drives in, and she travels.
I didn't say.
Boy, that was 2 points. That was an easy one.
Yeah, but I don't know. We have to see the repetition.
Lavender sets the high pick. Gets it back. Give and go to perfection.
That's what Lavender, she likes to play this, because then she has some space and she's using her body and she's ending really well at the basket.
Robinson out to Bonner. Watch out, she's going to go. She's going to put it up. It's short. Lavender with the rebound. It was on line, but short. And now Now Vidarli into Vermayenka. She's going to try to take her. She tries to make the pass. It's knocked away by Robinson.
Yeah.
And Kayla McBride fouled by Quigley.
Another tactical foul. They need to stop. Both teams, they like to run and play transition. So this is the only tool they have to stop this game, this transition game. But I honestly don't like it, but it is like what it is.
I don't like the tactical foul.
No,
I think it kills the game.
Yeah, you have
personally.
to call in sportsman fire because this is.
And that's Vidarli with the push. I think at the end of the day, fans don't want to see intentional fouls at mid-court that stop a fast break. But now Bonner drives in, gets the ball back, puts it back up, and rims out. But Robinson was there for the follow.
Robinson always cleaning, she's doing this job that sometimes you don't see in the statistics, but she's always, rebounding here, stealing there, fighting.
Well, she's got her hands full on the defensive end. There's no doubt about it with Lavender. But she's having a good second half. Robinson. 8 points, 3 rebounds in the game, and a couple of steals and a blocked shot. And here she is with another rebound.
It was a good defense from Dewana Bonner. That's also something important, that she has such a long arm, Dewana Bonner, that she can defend also smaller players because she has this long arm.
Kirilova. Now Bonner just goes right down, hands it off, and Robinson puts it up and in again, and Dikelakis has to burn a timeout.
That was a nice assist, and you see the face from Dewana Bonner. She's enjoying scoring, but she's also enjoying making her team play. So she's now really enjoying the game. Also with this atmosphere, obviously. It looks like Nadezhda, they are still with a very clear mind and they know exactly what to do. So they have different roles inside the team, but everybody accepts their position and they are playing as a team really well. So they have a plan. Now Fenerbahce, they need to find, if plan A is not working, you need to find the plan B or C. So Coach Dikelakis, he needs to come with another option. And the zone and the matchups maybe is an option for them. They tried something similar in the full court, and so let's see.
Well, here's some of the highlights that we've seen here in the second half. And it's 42-32. I don't know how many people would have expected this score at this point in the game.
Well, we expected a more balanced game here in the second one semi-final, but probably with Fenerbahce leading, no?
Well, here is Vidarli. Quigley has it knocked out of her hands to Kayla McBride. She pushes it up the floor, and Dewana Bonner adds to her tally. And Nadezhda right now are just making plays on both ends of the floor.
And Roberto Íñiguez pushing the players to go up and play full court defense. I think they know, Nadezhda, they are feeling that Fenerbahce, they are lost at the moment in the game.
And almost another turnover, but Hollingsworth was able to get it, but then she turns it over. And quickly up to McBride, and another pass up ahead to Cruz, who alertly throws it off of Hollingsworth.
Very good job by Ana Cruz, smart. You can see here.
You're just saying that because she's Spanish. Well, the ball right now is most decidedly in the favor of the visitors, Nadezhda. Allie Quigley picks up the second foul, picks up her second foul, holding McBride there. And it's not going to get any easier as Cruz leads, because, as you so rightly pointed out early on, Dikalakis' team found it hard playing against Beglova.
Yeah.
The backup guard.
She's so strong, this point guard. Look at her. It's not the typical Russian point guard that we are used to seeing. You know, she's really strong. Likes to play hard, strong defense, and I like her very much. She's young, I think, now. How old is she?
She's 28, I think.
28?
29, yeah.
Oh, okay. She looks younger.
A late bloomer. Here's Coleman. She's been quiet. Over to Lavender, and Lavender hits a much-needed jump shot for Fener. We saw Fenerbahce get to grips with the game late in the first half, so, you know, this thing can turn around in a hurry. But right now, all the momentum is with this team, Nadezhda, that has the ball. Beglova. She was definitely short. There we are singing her praises as she's short on the jump shot, and then she commits the foul. That was her first foul, Beglova. The full marks to the Fenerbahce fans. They have not stopped behind us. I can barely hear myself think or talk. But will it translate? Will it lift their team? Hollingsworth gets it to Lavender again. Great passing in the lane.
That was a really nice one.
Who got that assist? Hollingsworth? Yeah. Beglova. McBride right at the line, short. She chases down the long rebound, falls out of bounds, but gets it to Robinson. Now Kirilova. Robinson. And steps out of bounds. So I think there's a couple of possessions now where Nadezhda have not scored.
Well, but they keep the level on defense. Nadezhda, they don't allow Fenerbahce to come into the game. What is also good is balance for them, so they don't need, if they don't score, but they keep the defense.
Lavender, a little hook shot. Robinson gets it over to Cruz. And Ana Cruz has the ball hit by Quigley, but Dewana Bonner came up with it. Now it's Kirilova, open, Bonner, and she hustles, stays after it, and is able to get it back. Kirilova puts it up in the line. Good. No, 47-36. And more starting to look like Nadezhda's night.
Yeah. And the point guard, the Russian girl, she's putting Bardarli in front and, you know, putting a lot of pressure. And Bardarli is the brain of the team. And then obviously Iniges, he knows that, so he puts her on.
Well, they get it to Quigley, and she goes in and misses the layup with the left hand. And Cruz goes right to the other end, takes a quick shot, misses, but Anoikina's there, and she scores! And the Nadezhda bench goes nuts.
Yeah.
You can see him over there, the celebration, the anticipation. Now Bardarli And in it goes, and Hollingsworth goes up strong and scores. Panic not setting in, but certainly the sense of urgency is there in the crowd. You can start to feel the nerves starting to come in here into play in the Ochre Arena. Cruz drives, scores again!
And one.
And has a chance for a three-point play.
Look at here.
Well, she just did a good job of absorbing the contact.
Yeah.
And that's Skaite.
This is
picks up
something.
the foul.
This is something that she learned in the WNBA because you know, she's a skinny player, but now she learned that to keep the contact, and now she likes to drive inside and then also looking for the contact. Before she was her going out. No?
Yeah, you're right. She was shying away from it.
Yeah.
That's Skaite. Quigley spins, gets it to Hollingsworth, who again goes up and strong and puts it in. Great composed play by Quigley, but there's 4 seconds left. Cruz and puts up a three. Oh, did she release it in time? Yes, the referee says that she did. I didn't think that she had done it in time, but I think the referees can go look at if Fenerbahce asked.
Anna's laughing because I wanted to pass you, you know, it was not a shot. Oh.
And a missile has just been thrown onto the court, so hopefully.
It's not nice.
Well, Dikalakis and Enriquez. Is Enriquez winning this chess match? I mean, is he out-coaching Dikalakis tonight?
It looks like Enriquez, he has a plan, you know, and he's following the plan. And for the moment, he didn't saw the need to change this plan, so he's running his plan. The problem is Fenerbahce. They are not finding the way to change the rhythm of the game, so they are struggling, and they cannot find the way to go out of this bad, you know, game. But okay, we have still 10 minutes, so let's wait.
Well, that last basket, how important will that end up being? It looked like it was going to be an air ball. In fact, she probably passed it, didn't she?
Well, she was laughing.
What do you think?
And she said, no, I was passing because I need an assist in my statistics. But
you
I
don't
think
believe
she was.
her.
I think she was. No, I don't believe her. I think she was trying to shoot.
Yeah, they gave her a missed three-pointer.
Yeah.
So indeed, Anokina, and a couple of big baskets for Anokina as well, late in the third quarter, off of offensive rebounds. So everything working as Nadezhda, I suppose, would have liked.
For the moment, nothing. They don't need to change anything because they are also very well positioned on defense.
That's it. Skaite puts up a three. That's it. That's the Lithuanian sharpshooter.
She's a good shooter and also very good defender.
Well, they need some inspiration from somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe the woman from the Baltics will provide it. Six on the shot clock. Cruz. Anokina not in the hands of the right person. Cruz has to chuck one up and misses everything, so that goes over to Fenerbahce. And immediately you sense now Fenerbahce have an opportunity.
Yeah.
They hit a shot. They play good defense. They've got to string together a few possessions here, though, early in the fourth quarter. I'll tell you what's really been interesting, though, with Nadezhda. They have scored 24 of their points off of Nadezhda turnovers, or Fenerbahce turnovers. The missed shot, but 2 free throws coming. So those turnovers for Fenerbahce have been hugely influential when you consider Nadezhda have 24 of their points. That has been the big stat, shall we say.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's Skaite. She just hit a 3. She makes the free throw. And I see she's got some Lithuanian fans over there on the sideline videotaping her. Wonder if they're family members, perhaps. Both free throws good. And now the crowd is really into it. 8 points. 53-45.
Fenerbahce with the zone.
That's Skaite. Has the tough assignment on Bonner. Now Kayla McBride, and oh, she hits the jumper. Vermeika came out to get a hand in the face, and she just kind of moved to her left. And Hollingsworth was flirting with an elbow there, setting the pick.
Nice.
And it goes to Vermeika.
Good pass by Bardarli. Very good pass.
Bonner gets in the lane, out of control, she charges. And Enriquez feels the momentum shifting.
Yeah, he wants to stop this. He wants to stop this with a timeout.
I'll tell you what, that was a collision. Watch this, watch Hollingsworth.
That's good.
That is a tough player right there to take that kind of punishment.
She's not afraid. She will. You see her.
She's got a little red badge of courage.
Yeah. So now probably he needs to go and use the plan B, because something, at least Nikolakis adjusted. So now he needs to change something.
Well, we felt this momentum shift in the first half. Will it be the same? Nadezhda up 12 in the first half. Fenerbahce cut it back to 2. Here we are now in the fourth quarter. Nadezhda were up, I think it was 14. They were up 14, and now the lead has been cut to 8. And the Fenerbahce crowd here is really trying to get their team up all throughout this arena. Look at that. That's a beautiful sight, isn't it?
Amazing.
And Fenerbahce with a chance to get closer. Nadezhda has been providing some offense, as did Vermeika last trip down. They find Vermeika again, and Vermeika unsuccessful. The Belarusian. Well, that was the shot they wanted. She was wide open.
Yeah.
That's Skaite really putting the pressure on McBride. As is Hollingsworth. Now Joanna Bonner, and a foul on Fajarli. 7.5 minutes remaining.
Things can change still.
Do you think Nadezhda have enough in the tank to finish this thing? Cruz.
Who knows?
Goes baseline out to McBride. McBride flows in and hits the runner.
That was a nice one.
Fajarli was trying to get it. Hollingsworth finally gets it and got it off just in the nick of time.
And that's second.
Wow, that was close. Back to an 8-point deficit. quick touch pass. Vermeerke gets in. Anoikina misses. Anoikina follows up her miss. And she scores. She has hit some big baskets tonight.
Yeah.
All of the offensive rebound and putback variety. I mean, she has been tenacious. Now quickly. And Bonner falls down but gets it over to Cruz. And the lead, another chance for McBride to put her team up further, and she hits it right at the line. And Dikalakis has to call another timeout.
And McBride, she was quite controlled during the game, but now this last quarter he stepped forward, and now she's the player on fire. So there's another one on the.
Well, she did. I was impressed because she didn't force her game at all in the first half.
No, because the one upon her teammate was doing well, so you just accept this.
Absolutely.
And don't get crazy, because some players they cannot wait for this. They don't have this patience, you know. Okay, my teammate is doing well, but I'm not, so I'm starting to get nervous. And she was really playing good defense. She kept the concentration. So now it's her momentum, and she's using it. So very good.
Well, it was a tough miss for Vermeerke on the baseline. They worked the ball well, and since that point, Fenerbahce have been able to, or Nadezhda have been able to regain the momentum. There you see Hollingsworth getting the shot off just in time. If they can get the ball to Hollingsworth on the low blocks, you know, she's very difficult to stop.
Yeah. Well,
there's still time. There's plenty of time for Fenerbahce, but they have got to get stopped. And there's still the specter as well of Robinson coming back in. But why would you take Anoikina out now, the way she's playing?
No,
it really has been a case.
She's intimidating Vermeerke now. She has to fight with Hollingsworth. So, but she's doing a good job.
Well, Lavender's back in for Fenerbahce, as is Coleman. Nasaskaite has the ball knocked out of her hands by Bonner, who just continues to torment. Now, Kirilova, her pass winds up outside. I don't know if that was by design. Anoikina has it on the baseline. Bonner, and they are working the ball around. Kirilova! And that's what she's known for, that long three-pointer.
That was what I was talking about, how they move the ball, how they use the space, how they make the space is big, you know, to really good.
Lavender gets in the lane, and she was short. Anoikina gets the rebound, gets it over to Kirilova, and we have got, Betty, 5 minutes now remaining, and you just wonder what else can Fenerbahce do. Kayla McBride for three. And Coleman has it. She's going to push it up the floor quickly now. Bonner commits the foul. That's only the third on Nadezhda. So more and more, it looks like we might have an all-Russian final.
Yeah, it looks like.
Still 4:45 remaining, but there's just been a distinct lack of inspiration, really, for Fenerbahce tonight.
They need more from Quigley, because this second half she's not scoring, and they need these points.
Coleman started the game well. Now to Lavender, out to Quigley for three, and that was off the rim. (64-49).
They're playing zone, 2-3 zone, Fenerbahce.
Anoikina again.
Nice. She played also a very good quarter-final games against Wisla, no? They played Wisla?
Yep, she did, yep.
So she played really, really good games there. And
oh, she's been impressive, especially in the second half.
Yeah.
Lavender, and that is short. Hollingsworth with the rebound, doesn't go back up, passes it back out. Now Lavender has it, puts it up and in. But now the clock is really the enemy. They don't have much time. They're down 15 points.
They need to push put up the lines on defense, because you see they move, they don't have any problem by passing. They are not. You see, they are playing like.
Well, they got away with one there. And Vidarli now up to Lavender, and Bonner reaches up and commits the foul. That's number 4 on Nadezhda. Not a bad foul to commit, although she was going for the ball.
Coach Iñigo is thinking about changing her or keeping her for these 3 last minutes. Now he decided to change her for a couple of minutes, 1 minute.
Well, she gets really the MVP.
1 minute, says.
Roberto Enriquez said, "You're sitting down 1 minute. Get ready to go back in." Coleman pulls her way inside, puts it up and in. Now it's back to 13. Under 3 minutes to go. And it goes Anoikina, and she can't control it. It goes out of bounds over to Fenerbahce. Watch this. Oh, good help from good help defense. Now Quigley. Quigley needs to go quickly. Vidarli for 3! And there's still life in Fenerbahce. They've now got it back to 10. And McBride, perhaps fortunate not to get called for a charge there, because Quigley moved her feet well. She had good position. Cruz hits a 3 in response. And that, my friends, is a dagger.
She killed the game, yeah. Yeah.
Right when it looked like Fenerbahce might have something special, Coleman banks in a 3. Well, maybe the basketball gods are going to favor Fenerbahce after that.
Oh.
And Noikina out to Kirilova. 8 on the shot clock. In it goes. Anakina, and misses. Vidarli. And foul. That's going to be 2 free throws. That's an interesting.
You see the team fouls Fenerbahce, only 1. Now they cannot stop the game with fouls, anything. So this is why you need to balance all these team fouls and then try to use it also during the game, because they had some quick transition that they didn't use these fouls. So that's now.
And that's a vital miss. You know, being the Turkish national team star, playing for Fenerbahce, she must feel like the weight of the world is on her shoulders. That gets it back to a 9-point deficit. And timeout called here from Nadezhda. So, I mean, we've seen enough basketball to know that with 1 minute 39 seconds, anything can happen. 9
points, yeah. But they need to get happy right now.
They've got to get something out of their defense, though, don't they? I mean, they don't want to allow Nadezhda to go down and take time off the clock.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that they cannot stop the game because they only have 1 team foul. So what can you do?
Well, it might be an idea to get Natsuskaite back into the game. It might be an idea to get Olcay Shakur in if you're looking to get some pressure on the ball. Maybe go small, go smaller, take out one of your bigs.
And let's see now. He says Rameyenka.
He's going to leave Quigley in.
Yeah.
Vidarli.
I think Vidarli is the player who can, you know,
create havoc.
Yeah, just ask for a pick and roll on top and then score 3-pointers. She can do that.
And they've got a couple of competent ball handlers as well with Cruz.
Anna Cruz has very, very long arms, and then that's why Vidarli has problems shooting this quick ball.
So Cruz has the ball in her hands. Her team leading by 9. Cruz puts it up. And now Vidarli with a chance for Fenerbahce. Quickly, quick touch pass to Lavender. The block from behind. And Vermeerka hustled down to get the putback. Now it's a 7-point game. Full court pressure from Vidarli. Cruz brings it around. And now another turnover. Up ahead it goes. And Quigley's going to put it up. And it's a 5-point game. And will Roberto Enriquez call a timeout? No, he says, calm down, folks. Kayla McBride. Kirilova.
No.
Short and air ball. A quick three.
This was not
And now Quigley. And Fenerbahce have got a chance if they can knock something in here. Vidarli for three.
Oh.
She misses, but the ball.
Oh, that was.
And Lavender was able to get it, but hit it to her teammate, McBride, and an easy one. And you almost wonder, Fenerbahce, if they rushed it the last time down.
Vidarli, she had the game on her hands, you know, scoring this three-pointer.
Well, it does go to show, though, how quickly things can change.
Yeah.
It's going back to 7.
It's a little bit like the game.
In the
first
previous,
game.
they've waited too long to get going.
Yeah.
Prague made a late stab at coming back against Ekaterinburg and ended up losing that game in a really tough, a really close game in the end.
76-70 or
76-71 or.
yeah.
So 78-72 was the win for Ekaterinburg in the first game. And now, you know, when Quigley makes that, you think they've got a chance. But Vidarli came down. She took the three. Lavender almost had the rebound before it went out of bounds. She saved it and triggered the fast break. They just have to believe in themselves, Fenerbahce. They've still got 33.6 seconds remaining. A quick three, quick two perhaps. Then get a steal.
Oh.
And she barely got it in time. Now Quigley puts up a jumper. It's good. And back to 5. Now they need to get a steal. They need to foul. They need to foul her, and they do. But the problem is that's only foul number 2. Can they come up with a steal? McBride gets into the open. Now she goes baseline. She stepped out of bounds.
No, yeah?
Or no, she was fouled beforehand. Sorry. Oh, no, she wasn't anywhere close, but they got the foul. We're actually calling this game from the other end of the gym behind the basket. Ojai Shakur is going to come in.
For the defense.
But Vidarli goes out. And because she can't afford to commit the fouls. But she will go right back in when her team gets the ball, presumably, if there's a dead ball. So Kirilova inbounds it. And she had to commit the foul. She didn't. And Shakur commits the foul. And you can see Dikalakis is telling Lavender, you got to commit the foul immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there. That's where she had to do that. She had to commit the foul.
Yeah. Why are you giving them 3-4 seconds?
Cruz looks to get open. Quigley on her. And Vermeerka comes up to commit the foul. That's now 4. So they did a better job that time. And the next one will put Nadezhda on the line. So Olcay Shakur is going to come out. She did her job. She came in and played some D. In fact, no, sorry, that is number 5. So they're at the line. Just slow to register on the scoreboard. And Bonner makes the first. So it's still a 2-possession game. She makes this, it's a 3-possession game.
Yeah.
And she does not. Now Vidarli hustles down the floor, 15 seconds, 14. Her team's trailing by 6. And she had the 3, the foul on Kayla McBride. So that'll be free throws with 11 seconds remaining.
But I think Vidarli, she had the chance to shoot, but she misses the shot before, so that's why she decided to pass.
But you almost need to take that shot, don't you?
Yeah.
Now she'll try to make this. And then the team gets set up defensively. So now it's a 4-point game. It is almost a carbon copy of the first game, isn't it? You just feel like Nadezhda have just got a little bit of enough lead to where they're safe. But with 11 seconds to go, there's still hope.
Yeah, but it hurts even more if you lost by 2 at the end or 3, you know, because it looks like, okay, it's the same situation that we had with Prague. You know, you go home, well, home. You need to play that game for the 3rd place, but it looks like, okay, did it was enough what we did?
Well, where do you think Fenerbahce, if they could do this all over again, what would they do differently?
Good question, because I think they really tried a lot of things. I don't know. I don't know what do you think?
I just think that the key to the game was Nadezhda at the end of the first half, having had their 12-point lead cut to just 2, then reeled off 6 unanswered points right before halftime. And that gave them a cushion that they've been comfortable ever since.
Yeah. Well, also Nadezhda, they administrate very well, you know, these points when they had this 10-point lead, because
and that allowed them to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, and Vidarli went for the steal. She didn't get it. Now time's running out. They foul Bonner.
I want to see this because it looks like Ana Cruz, she stepped out of, she touched the line.
And that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's here, you know, before.
We're not going to see it.
Yeah, the coach wants to see the... Let's see.
No,
no,
she did not.
No, no.
The heel went over, but in the air.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I think so, yeah.
Bonner makes it. I mean, Bonner will be the MVP of the game, without question.
Yeah.
The way that she's played. And she makes both.
20 points. How many rebounds?
They've got to get a 3 quickly.
8 rebounds.
They had to take the 3, and that is going to be it. A famous win, perhaps the most famous win in Nadezhda history. I mean, they won the Euro Cup women several years ago, but this is a different thing altogether. They've come to Istanbul. They've won against Fenerbahce, and perhaps this game was a little more evenly balanced than we realized. I mean, they certainly acquitted themselves. They came out, they gave themselves a great start.
I think they played
grew in confidence.
A very complete game in both sides of the court. They really played very concentrated. They barely had bad momentums in the game, and when they had this couple of minutes, it was only a couple of minutes, and then they could arrange a couple of things and keep going. So I think they deserved. They presented, and honestly, for the final game, I think now everything is open because there are 2 Russian teams. They know each other very well. They played against each other not only in the cup, in the league, and you have tall players to stop Greiner. You have
It could be very even without question. I mean, it's, you know, these two teams also split their two encounters in the EuroLeague women, and, you know, the way that they played with Bonner, especially the way she came out tonight early on. Cynthia Cruz, yeah, it's going to be awfully difficult. The players that are really going to have to stand tall for Nadezhda are going to be Anoikina coming off the bench, and they're also going to have to get a good game from Robinson, because you know that there's no shortage. There are no shortage of post players for Katzenberg. But what can you say? I mean, Fenerbahce, the hosts of the EuroLeague Women Final Four, have lost 74-68.
Well, what you see the last quarter, they won 28-21. That means they tried to change something. They tried to come back, and but at least it was not enough. But now you see also the chemistry of the Nadezhda team. No, they are. I think I was talking to the Spanish point guard and to other players, and they have really a good chemistry in the team. You can see in the face. Okay, now they won the game, but also in the hotel and everywhere they are as a team.
They're together.
Together, yeah. And the coach also is helping on that. Yeah.
Well, it's incredible when you think that Fenerbahce out-rebounded Nadezhda.
Yeah.
Again, more assists, and it was just, you know, those turnovers. When you look back at this game, if you're Fenerbahce, the turnovers absolutely killed them. Nadezhda had 27 of their 74 points off of those 15 turnovers from Fenerbahce, and that was the difference in the game. Fenerbahce ended up with 15 points off of the 11 Nadezhda turnovers.
Yeah.
But that really kind of gave them the, you know.
Exactly. The question is if these turnovers were forced or unforced, you know, because I think Nadezhda did a really good job on the defense also, you know, all the players playing really good defense. So well deserved.
Well deserved. So Nadezhda it is, and they will take on UMMC at Katerinburg tomorrow, or excuse me, Sunday, in the final of the EuroLeague Women. And Fenerbahce, more disappointment for them at the Final Four. Runners up a couple of times. They will have to settle for the third place game against Prague.
It's a pity because of the fans, you know, because now we're going to have a nice final, but you will not have this atmosphere. It's a pity, no? But okay, this is basketball.
So one last time, Betty, thanks. And I guess we'll be back here in about 48 hours. Nadezhda winning it 74-68 over Fenerbahce. Thank you.
Bye-bye.